10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Carry now for Adrian Peterson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Hill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out of it. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Stewart on first down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Newton. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Just beating the play clock is Hill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now Newton on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the gun, here's Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
2nd and goal from the 5. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Buying time. Touchdown, Carolina. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You're usually wanting to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Now let's go.
Here's Hill now on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
Blue 90. Back down, Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Hill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. The swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Hill flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Hill. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing on third down, Hill. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and a mile.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. Leopard.
A shotgun snap for Hill. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. He knocks him back. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Defense showing blitz. They go back to Stewart on first. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Stewart, and an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Stewart. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And for how much Cam handles the football, he really doesn't fumble a whole lot, but coughed it up there.
And I know that a lot of people seeing that play, they immediately go back to the Super Bowl against Denver and Von Miller knocking it free from Cam. But I think you're exactly right. One of the underrated aspects of his game, he's fundamentally sound when he carries the football. Whether he's in the pocket or actually running it, he usually does a great job of taking care of it.
They'll have to shake that one off. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Nixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Push it back. Push it back. All right, now look at 56.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Over.
And that'll set him back 5. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Marty.
From the gun, here's Hill. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Back now here live in New Orleans. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run. This is Stewart again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Newton. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Hill. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Hill forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Newton eluding the pressure right. Powers through. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Dixon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st and 10, Newton. And the tight end Dixon left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And now running right through him. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Stewart. And some space here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The toss play, Stewart. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Brandon, that's climbing the hill. And not only climbing it, but finally getting to the top and over. What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. I mean, Charles, that was a 3-score deficit at one point that they were facing.
And let's face it, many times teams in that situation, they pretty much pack it in for the game.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He's back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him for...
Yeah!